Hi Sag, this is going to be your reading for January 2026. I can't believe it's already the new year. It's kind of crazy. I feel like December flew by. But we're here, 2026. If this is your first time seeing my readings, how I do them is I'll start with the Angel Oracle Guide here. I'll move on to traditional tarot and then back to Oracle at the end. If I stop at any moment, just kind of trying to feel the energy that I'm feeling. So I appreciate your patience there. If this doesn't resonate with you, check your moon and rising sign because you could also be in that energy as well. Usually for tarot readings, there we go. Usually for tarot readings, I kind of do both. I watch my sun and my rising because I find for me that they are the most accurate. All right. So, your message for this month of January is honesty and communication. Your message. You're being given an opportunity to speak your truth. And you have reached a point on your journey where you must be honest with yourself and all those around you. If you are holding anything in or feel the need to share something in order to feel free, know that your angel guide is encouraging you to act on this now. When you share your feelings and speak truthfully, you draw the support and the light of the universe into your heart. If you are in a challenging position and find it difficult to communicate what's in your heart, call on your angels and ask them to support you. They want to know that when you speak honestly, you attract experiences that are loving and reflective of who you are. If you feel a person or situation is making you lose a sense of yourself or drawing you away from joy, it's time to speak up and make sure that they are heard. You are being guided to begin by lovingly connecting with your own heart, to hone in and honor what you want for yourself and for your life. Take time to reflect on what is important to you and where you want to direct your energy and what your priorities are in the next phase of your journey. It may be that you're fighting against the flow or not wanting to admit to yourself that something is holding you back or dampening your spirit, but angels love you and want you to know that honesty is the best policy for you now. All right, Sal, just take a look at this and kind of see what this could be here. Just give me a minute to pull the tarot cards and we'll get into it. Okay, let me feel this energy here. My lovely Sagittarius. Sag, it's interesting. I do feel this a little bit of stubbornness with you here. It's almost just like then willing to not let something go or wanting to let something go. Here, I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet. It's not done yet, or I'm not done yet. I feel like there's something coming up here that it's just like, okay, it's like moving for a more peaceful emotional state for yourself rather than this energy of like trying to force or make something work for yourself. Okay, I have the Six of Swords and the reversed in your main energy, and this is not moving on. This is kind of staying where we are. This is deciding not to like travel somewhere, and it feels like that's kind of what you're holding to your guns. I'm trying to get if this energy is... It's interesting because I feel like this energy can go either way for you in this reading, because I just get some people that this is a good thing of being like, no, I'm going to hunker down and I'm going to keep working on this thing and keep grinding on it. I do see that there is this kind of loss of contract or loss here maybe in some kind of, court way. Maybe some of you are experiencing that you're in court right now, but we do have the Justice in reverse. I'll get there. But the Six of Swords in reverse is like we're not moving on for something. We're not moving away from something here. This could be kind of canceled plans. This could be, moving away from a job, moving away from a relationship, a person, traveling away from a certain energy, because we have the Four of Pentacles kind of here in the second position, and it kind of feels like this hunkering down. This is really like holding on to our valuables, holding on to kind of what we have here. Some of you might be in court over finances or money here in a court battle, and you're trying to kind of hold on to as many finances as you can. But the Four of Pentacles is like, I'm not giving up also here as well. So that's why I feel for some people this is like a positive thing, especially when you feel like there was maybe something that felt unjust that you went through, or something that didn't really go your way, especially maybe in this court scenario or just in a karma way, and you're just like, well, that didn't work out, but I'm going to kind of go after it again, or I'm hunkering down here. Some of you, whatever this Justice in reverse is, kind of a frustrating. I'm getting a lot of frustration. I'm getting like a lot of like a frustrating kind of loss here, or frustrating being like, no, you kind of owe me this money, or that wasn't your money. I'm just kind of getting it around money in your finances here. Maybe you were supposed to get something through a contract and it didn't really work out, or there's a loophole that you didn't see. I'm also kind of getting that energy. Or this was like maybe something that was guaranteed for you, and then it kind of all fell through, but you're really hunkering down. I like this kind of standing your ground energy that I'm feeling here, Sag, but it just feels like, again, for some of you, it might be affecting your emotional state, so just double check with that, okay? Especially kind of in this kind of scenario, whatever it is. You do have a lot of cups and a lot of pentacles out right now, so it just feels like most of this is going to be with our emotions and our finances. And I mean, especially if you are in court, those are two things that can be very heated in that kind of discussion here. But the Nine of Cups is just saying, you know your value, you know your emotional worth, and you know that it is important here. So that's why I'm feeling such a positive energy for some of you in this reading, because you were kind of emotionally set here. You know your own value, you're kind of good emotionally, so that's why it's kind of not wavering you. You're like, okay, whatever, this is maybe wrong or effed up, but you're like, I know, that I deserve this, or I know that this is like who I am, and this is kind of where I stand, and this is my ground. So that's that energy that I'm getting kind of for you here. We do have the Page of Pentacles coming out in the Six of Cups in reverse, and the Page of Pentacles is like the planting a seed, especially a seed for something new, maybe some kind of financial growth or something that you want to kind of build in your career. It's the very beginning, it's the thought, it's the idea, and then we kind of start watering and planting that idea. So some of you are maybe getting new financial ideas here, or new things you want to accomplish, especially in that realm, especially maybe if some of you are forced to do that because you're like, okay, I need more money now. The Six of Cups in the Five of Pentacles is kind of just telling me here that we're a little bit stuck in the past with this kind of left out money, or not feeling a part of something, part of maybe a certain wealth group, or a part of, a community, especially involved in our work or our finances. But I think this is kind of an important thing. If you want to level up in those kind of communities, if you want to level up in, your finances or in your job or things like that, you really have to match the energy of that here. So they're telling you to at least walk away from this old feeling of this kind of past energy where we're feeling left out in the cold, where we're feeling othered, we're feeling distanced by something here, and really bring in the new into life. This very beginning, this is going to be a 1 year, right? It's a fire horse year. So they're asking you to bring in new is kind of really important. I know you're still holding your ground here, but maybe there is something that you have to kind of let go of, or something that you need to move away from here for your own kind of happiness. Because I have the King of Cups here, the Five of Cups, which is something spilled over, and the King of Pentacles in reverse. In between two kings, one's a more emotional, and then one's more stable and grounded. When it's in reverse like this, though, the King in reverse is kind of this energy of greed, or financial greed in a way here. And it feels like understanding your emotional value, your emotional place, is more important than how much kind of money you have in your bank right now. I know that it's hard to say, especially when everything's getting more expensive, but it's just this energy that I'm feeling for you, that all is not lost. Maybe there is a little bit of financial loss for you here, that these cups have fallen over, but you still have these 2 cups still standing here. And I feel like this is very masculine energy around for you. So it kind of feels like maybe if you are in a court battle, it feels like with another male energy, or someone that is maybe more keen to money. But remember, money doesn't equate happiness, doesn't equate love, doesn't equate value, Sagittarius here. So you have something, it feels like, especially emotionally, connectedly, and loving here. But again, the finances might be the one that's kind of bringing you down a little bit. And people are like, well, I can't buy, they always say money can't buy happiness. And I think this is kind of that energy here with that. And you're like, of course it can buy happiness, it can buy me whatever I want, but there is a loneliness in that as well. There is a loneliness without human connection. How many people you would have screwed over to get where you are, right? And that's why I feel like a lot of these people that have a lot of really money are really lonely. They're in these giant houses, all alone by themselves, because maybe they focus so much on their money or career that they forgot to build relationships around them. Maybe people are just using them for finances here as well, so those relationships aren't real here. But I feel like just focusing on that, when you feel good, I feel like energy feels good and things start flowing around you. So I think there's an importance in communication with that, of what you still have going for you. These 2 cups still standing amidst all of this that's happening for you financially. Tell me some kind of man might be coming after some money. Could be an old boss or something too. Could be a relationship. The energy I'm feeling with this is kind of like different levels of finance. It could be you or it could be them, but there's a different level of finance between you 2. And what I mean is, like, it feels like one has significantly more than the other. Yeah, it feels like with this Ace of Pentacles, you're already moving on to the new here. I think this, especially in January, it's going to feel like the final nudge for you. You're like, it's not worth my emotional energy anymore. Like, it's just ruining my life with this. We do have the Ace of Pentacles, which is new finances coming in for you here. It's like someone came in and what they just showed me is they cut your plants, and you think of it as like a money-making plant, and they just like cut your plants, and you're like, well, I don't have these plants anymore, but now you're going to go back and you're going to regrow them again, because you're like, fine, I'm just going to go do this here. But I feel like what you're not seeing, especially with this Eight of Swords coming out, that there is going to be this new financial opportunity for you. Okay, this new money coming in. Even if I said before, like in the beginning of this reading, there is some situations here which feels like money's a little bit strained, or finance or career is a little bit strange. But the Eight of Swords is energy of, we can cut ourselves free from this. We are not, tied down where we can't escape. The problem is this blindfold is not tied around this person's eyes. It can blow away in the wind. They can see that this part is tied, but they are surrounded by 8 swords. So this is all a mental thing. So it feels like a lot of maybe financial things are mental blocks here, and you're going to have to try and kind of work around that. You're going to have to try, especially with this Five of Wands energy, to get past your thought process, especially in this kind of financial thing or this new thing. So if there's a new job that you want to start here, you're scared about starting a new job, you're being like, oh my god, I have to restart again, or going over again here, don't worry about it, because it feels like that's just your mind trying to keep you safe from fear. Act upon it, because it seems like you have solutions around you. You have solutions for more money. So that's actually a good sign for you. You just kind of got to fight those feelings a little bit more. With this Five of Wands, fight those thoughts that are coming in. So it might take a little bit more emotional and mental energy from you to be like, hey, that is not true. That hasn't happened yet. Because it seems like it's trying to pull you back into maybe this old way of thinking, right? Stuck in the past with this kind of lack mindset. But it's like, you can see the waves of things, especially like financially wise. There's people that get rich, go poor, get rich again. And I feel like I saw something, especially where these CEOs are always like, if I go bankrupt, I know I can build myself back up again. It's like that kind of confidence in yourself, Sagittarius, is what's going to be important for you. Because I do feel this energy of you kind of moving into a more financial state, a better financial state for yourself. But again, it feels like beginning stages of something else that's growing. So if someone's taking money from you or you're losing money in that way, it's just all became about money. That's just kind of the energy that I'm feeling here. Don't worry about it. It feels like you'll get it back. Magician, yeah. Magician's popping out. That means you have all the tools. You have everything you need to rebuild. You have everything you need to kind of create again, to find that money, to get to build something new for you. I'm kind of getting chills here a little bit. Sorry, I'm just feeling something. So let me just feel this out for a sec. I got a High School Musical song, but it was the this is the start of something new. But it feels like that. It feels like the beginning stages. And the universe is saying go for it. You have the Magician card here. Tower in reversed. It's kind of where we want the Tower. Trust your intuition, because the Tower in reverse is always, for me, a card that is just like, we see the crack in the foundation. You know, it's like we're aware of it. We understand what needs to be mended before the whole tower comes crumbling down, right? So it's like being aware of it, being cognitive of it. You're like, oh, look when I do that, or look when I think about that way. You know, is that a crack? Is this thought a crack, or is it reality? You know, is it something trying to tear something down, tear my own self down, tear down my thoughts here? But I feel like with the Page of Cups here, you're going to be talking to someone about that. So it's like you're going to see this crack and you're going to start communicating it, right? Being honest and communicating it. Maybe this is with a therapist, maybe this is with someone you trust or a close friend, because I feel like when you like be honest with that thought that you are having here and you let it kind of live, right? You let that energy out, you communicate it, you talk about it, have these heartfelt conversations on what's actually going on or what you're feeling. You become more aware of it. It's like you're becoming more aware of those cracks in your foundation here, maybe emotional cracks or financial cracks. And you're like, oh wait, why am I thinking that way? You know, now that I say this out loud, it's kind of being like, huh, like this is so weird that I thought this was true in my head. So talk to someone, especially with this like Page of Cups, someone that you care for a lot, someone that has, you know, your back in things. If you don't feel like there's anyone there, hopefully you have someone there to talk to, Sag. I know especially this world can be very lonely right now, but just speak out your heart, what your feelings are, because I feel like that is going to be your kind of driver in this next stage. Moon card, truth will be revealed through that. That's what we're talking about, right? Before you might in this haze of illusion, but vocalizing it, speaking from the heart. I said music. What's this? What's the... writing music, or maybe some of you are writing music, or even if like writing it out. I got music. Maybe there's certain artists that you listen to as well. I'm getting writing though. Like even if you're not a magician, a musician. I think of that one. You know, I hear you, musician. She's like, I don't do magic. Who's that, Suki? And anyways, I'm getting off track here. Let's get back into track. But the moon card is like the truth will kind of be revealed to you. You'll kind of be like, oh, look, remember when I thought all these things that I was kind of feeling were true instead of just things that were feeling. I just need to communicate them. I need to just put them out. You know, be okay with kind of where you're at. Be honest with where you're at here. Because then I feel like you're going to see the truth. And by the end of the month of January, I feel like your eyes are going to be kind of wide open here. You're going to be like, oh, look at that. Like, that's crazy that I thought that way. I think you're kind of evolving in this stage. And again, it just feels like in the beginning stages of something for you here, Sagittarius, of like, I'm just getting this rebuilding, this building up energy for you. Yeah. Four of Cups, universe is like, I'm bringing you in something here. You know, I'm trying to give you a gift. I'm trying to give you an extra cup here, but you're still so focused on this Three of Cups, right? The situation at hand, the same Three of Cups that spilled over. The situation is done. It's spilt over. It's done. you have to kind of get away from it here so new energy can be brought in for you here. And it feels like, again, with the Three of Pentacles in the reverse, some kind of contract or some kind of financial thing, you know, I feel like you are kind of breaking away from or dispersing. Maybe it was on you or not on you. But again, here the Hermit card in reverse is just saying we might be isolating ourselves too much. So be a little bit more open to connecting with people this month, you know, being honest with people, having communication, you know, don't feel like you have to suffer alone through all of this, because it's actually through your heart space where you will kind of grow from this and kind of get more on the right track again, because your heart's going to be in the right place. It's going to connect the right people to you, and then more finances will come kind of your way here, okay, Sag? I'm going to pull some oracle cards just to finish off the reading. Hold your vision. Okay, yeah, Four of Pentacles here. That's what they're saying. Hold on tight. You're like, I'm not done with this yet. It's not over. I'm still putting up that fight. I'm still holding on strong. I'm not moving away from this thing. Also that Magician card, right? That's all about your vision. It's all about your manifestations. I remember soul plan, fated life versus destined life. And I'll read this for you. There's a moment before you were born when you chose the conditions of your life you're living right now, when you plotted out these exact moments along the timeline of your life. We live in a world of free will, and therefore these moments become our destiny only through saying yes. The fated life is the one we are born into. The destiny life is the one our soul chooses. It takes courage and faith. So if you pull this card, it's because you're likely now to face with the choice to follow the destined life over the fated life, to trust the path your soul is calling you towards, and remember that this moment was prearranged on your life's timeline. You may find yourself at a crossroads or at a moment when you're being called to make a decision, to keep walking the perfectly laid out path before you, or choose the one less traveled. You may be facing a change of career, a new relationship, a difficult decision, or something that requires courage and faith. You're being invited to remember your soul's greater plan and to surrender to it. When you're comforted with a path that's undefined, it's normal for doubt to rear its head. In fact, it's a certain sign that you are facing your soul's greater plan. Every hero in his or her journey comes eye to eye with doubt. The only way around it is through it, and it's all part of a larger plan. What are you being called to surrender to surrender to your soul's plan? And I feel like that's this get out of your head's way here, right? This kind of mental conflict that you may be having here that's trying to take you towards the new. It's trying to take you towards the abundant, believing in yourself, and stop forgetting this kind of past of lack, because we're in a different energy. We're in a different year. Right, Sag? That was your January reading. I hope it helped.